Hey bestie, welcome back to the channel. If you're here, chances are you're trying to figure out which acne fighting ingredient is better for you. That is it benzoyl peroxide or is it salicylic acid? Which one should you go for? These two are basically one of the top ingredients in the acne world, but they fight acne in different ways. So today I'm going to break down how each one works, what type of acne they work best for, and which one might be right for you. By the end of this video, you should know exactly which one to add to your routine. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's start with the basics. What even are benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid? Benzoyl peroxide is an acne fighting ingredient that works by killing the bacteria that causes pimple. It is a germ fighting ingredient, while salicylic acid on the other hand is a type of acid that works more like a cleaner. It goes deep into your pores, cleans out all the dirt and oils and dead skin cells, and makes it harder for new pimples to form. So in simple terms, benzoyl peroxide will kill the acne causing bacteria, while salicylic acid will clean out your clogged pores. They both help with acne, but they do it in a slightly different way. Benzoyl peroxide will go deep into your pores, kill the bacteria that causes acne or pimples, and when the bacteria is gone, your skin doesn't get as red, swollen, or inflamed. It might also help to remove some dead skin cells, so it kind of does a little cleanup too. But the main work of benzoyl peroxide would be to kill the acne causing bacteria, while salicylic acid, being a beta hydroxy acid, is oil soluble, which means that it can go deeply into oily pores. So once inside, it dissolves the gunk, which is like the oil, the dirt, and the dead skin cells, and unclog your pores. If your acne is caused by clogged pores, then salicylic acid should be your best friend. Think of it like your skin is like a dirty sink. Benzoyl peroxide will be like spraying disinfectant on it to kill the bacteria, and salicylic acid will be like pouring a drain cleaner to unclog it. Now let's talk about which type of acne they work on best. So benzoyl peroxide is perfect for red inflamed pimples, you know, the big angry swollen ones that seems to pop up overnight. And this is because it kills the bacteria, like I've said, causing all that redness and swelling to go away. So if your acne looks like big red pimples, benzoyl peroxide is your go-to, while salicylic acid works best on blackheads, whiteheads. These are like small bumps that are not red but still super annoying. So since salicylic acid unclogs your pores, it prevents these from forming in the first place. It also works on smaller pimples that aren't super inflamed. Now if your acne looks like tiny bumps or blackheads, go for salicylic acid, but if they are big, red, painful, go for benzoyl peroxide. Now what if you have a combination of these two types of acne? Because sometimes we have both tiny bumps or blackheads and we have the big, red, inflamed, painful pimples as well. Which one should you then go for? Just stick to the end of the video and I'll tell you guys how to go about this. Quickly, let's talk about the side effect, because I know some of you may have sensitive skin, because I do have sensitive skin. Benzoyl peroxide can be harsh and it is known to cause dryness, redness, and even peeling, especially when you start using it first. And it can also bleach your towels, your pillowcases, or clothes, especially if you're using it in other forms other than as a cleanser. It can bleach your pillowcases and your shower heads or your towel. Salicylic acid on the other hand is more gentle, but if you use too much and have super sensitive skin, it can still cause dryness, irritation. But the good news is that it's less likely to bleach your stuff. So if you have sensitive skin, start slow with either ingredient and use it every other day or just a few times a week at the beginning of when you start using them. So how do you actually use them? Benzoyl peroxide is usually found in cleansers, in spot treatment, in creams. And if you're using it as a spot treatment, apply it only on the pimples, not on your whole face, unless the product says otherwise. And if you're using it as a cleanser, just wash your face with it and rinse off, while salicylic acid would also usually come in face washes, serums or toners, and you can use it daily on your whole face since it is less intense than benzoyl peroxide. But if you have dry or sensitive skin, stick to a couple of times a week. Remember when I said, what if you have acne that contains both the blackheads and the big inflamed one? What do you use? Yes, you can use the two of them, but just not at the same time. You can use one of them in the morning and the other one at night so you don't dry out your skin. I'll probably say use benzoyl peroxide in the morning and then salicylic acid at night, because salicylic acid is an exfoliating acid and so best to use at night, and that way you can tackle both different types of acne. Now in terms of strength, which one should you go for? Because benzoyl peroxide cleansers, for example, you can get cleansers in as much as that contains as much as 10% benzoyl peroxide. So the best I would advise is start slow, like cleansers containing either 4 or 5%. CeraVe cleanser, foamy cleanser, contains 4% benzoyl peroxide, which is perfect for a beginner, and the Panoxyl benzoyl peroxide contains about 10%. So if you want something strong, if you want something stronger, you can go for the Panoxyl benzoyl peroxide, or you can, if you want something gentle or mild, if you're just beginning with benzoyl peroxide, you can go for the CeraVe foaming cleanser. And for salicylic acid, there are several brands. The CeraVe has a really good one, and the target range for salicylic acid standard is between 1 to 2%. That is standard. So anyone containing salicylic acid less than 2% or 2% is perfect. Now these are the benzoyl peroxide products I've been using. This is a CeraVe foaming cream cleanser, which contains 4% benzoyl peroxide. It says clears acne, pimples and blackheads and helps prevent new acne and allows skin to heal. It also maintains skin barrier and leaves skin feeling comfortable. It contains 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. Contains 4% benzoyl peroxide, and I usually just wet my face and then I go in with the cleanser. Okay, let me show you guys what it looks like in terms of consistency. I'm going to wipe it off anyway, just to show you guys what it looks like in terms of consistency. It's creamy and it foams up when you lather it up. And here is the Panoxyl acne foaming wash, which contains 10% benzoyl peroxide maximum strength. I think the Panoxyl brand also has a 5% one. So if you don't want to go for this 10% one, you can go for the 5% one. It says it clears existing acne and helps prevent new breakouts from forming. It treats acne on face and body, and this is the maximum strength without prescription. So for Panoxyl wash, you wet your face, you apply and gently massage the area and leave on for about 1 to 2 minutes before you rinse off thoroughly and pat dry. And it also warns that excessive drying of the skin may occur. So that is a common thing with benzoyl peroxide. It can leave your skin dry, so great for oily skin. If you've got oily skin and you're struggling with acne, benzoyl peroxide is actually a good one. I was using the 10% and then I stepped down to the 10% benzoyl peroxide, and then I stepped down to the 4% one because this one seemed a bit too harsh on my skin. So this 4% has been perfect so far. And then I also have the acne-side benzoyl peroxide 5% gel. This is a spot treatment, and anytime I get a new breakout, I just apply it on that breakout to get that breakout, to get that pimple to heal quickly and in a cleaner fashion, so it leaves a minimal spot and it's a lot easier for you to use your hyperpigmentation treatment to fade the spots. But if your acne doesn't heal very well, it's going to leave a tougher spot that will take longer to fade. So benzoyl peroxide can also come in a gel fashion, which is great. So whichever you're going for, be it benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid, just go for So you can go for either of the two, like I've said, or you can combine both benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid. You use benzoyl peroxide in the morning and salicylic acid in the evening. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you've been able to decide which one to go for, salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried any of these ingredients before, or what your current acne routine is that is working for you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell for more interesting content to come, and I'll see you all in my next video. Do have a lovely one this month. Bye.